This is Matchpoint Tennis Championships. We're here on Xbox Series X, diving into this fresh tennis take. Be sure to like the video. Subscribing is great as well. So what are we getting here on the Xbox Series X? Well, it is a native 4K resolution at 60 FPS. And yeah, it does seem to actually be running quite smoothly the whole time, which is, well, expected. I mean, it's a small tennis court. There's not a whole lot of complexity going on here. It's crossplay. You can play with up to 2 players locally online. So you get different options if you want to, well, enjoy the magic of tennis. And wow, I am having a hard time going up against this dude right here. So you get a variety of different options when it comes to controlling your hits and doing different moves as you aim to dominate the tennis court. You can lob things, you can hit stuff in different ways, you try to move your opponent out of the way, and yeah, it's actually got a fair bit going on here. I know that's very straightforward kind of details, but I mean, it literally is, it's tennis, right? So, you know, you get the different simulation options, and I think it's actually pretty well done. So you are able to jump in and play quick play. There's a tutorial that will teach you all of the quick mechanics. You can see that there's a bit of a, you know, kind of a U-aiming system as you try to get the ball to keep in and move your opponent away, but I am running like crazy, so I'm trying to get them moving back, and that's kind of nuts. But yeah, you've got quick play with options to do online or offline, like I mentioned. There's also the kind of championship sort of career type mode. You get to make your own tennis star, male, female, do what you want there, and then you go from there and you compete and make your way through different tournaments. There are a few different course type options, but it seems very straightforward. Like, you don't really pick like arena type areas, if that makes sense. You just get a kind of a few pre-selected areas. There's like, you could do like a grass or whatever. There's a few different like course type options, as in like the material of the courts. So yeah, it's kind of neat. And yeah, that's, I mean, it's like, it's a tennis game. Whoa, that was a little aggressive. Yeah, you kind of just hit the ball back and forth. And there is usually music, but I've turned that off just in case there are any issues. And there's power type serving too. You can go a little bit more aggressive, a little bit more harder, depending on how you want to choose things. So on top of customizing the look of your tennis star, you also can change different elements of like the equipment, which is kind of nice, you know, kind of your different branded, you know, kind of things. Oh, fault. There's a practice mode if you'd like to do that. And there's like some little mini game type options too if you want to hone your skills further. So kind of, yeah, you just get a cross-play modern tennis game that looks decent. I wouldn't say it's like, you know, kind of like visually stunning or anything, but, you know, the courts look nice, they're sharp, they're clean, the athletes look decent. It's just kind of a solid tennis experience. You get to sit here and just kind of swat the ball back and forth and hope for the best, and hopefully not get too many things out. Oh, that was terrible. Watch the replay. I can't even handle this. So yeah, the replay mode, you could see kind of how the game went back and watch your different moves. 16 real-life international tennis stars are present within this one. The career mode does have, you know, like a bit of a like a merit-based, I guess you would say, system set up within it. It depends on how intensive you want to get. Like, you could just, you know, play online and compete with others, or you can, you know, just play locally exhibition matches. You do you when you're coming in here and doing this. There's also cross-gen multiplayer, so it's not just next-gen only. So you get the full kind of thing there with the cross-play and all that. It's kind of nice. And yeah, it's actually got like some surprisingly, I guess you would say, detailed type options for how you like serve the ball, and I think that's kind of nice, as you can, like, you know, you can sort of lob things and it's not too hardcore, if that makes sense. Like, you really, like, it's pretty pretty straightforward systems, and then you can go a little bit further if you need to in order to, you know, kind of get all those like fine-tuned moves and stuff in. And it can feel a little intensive too, Like it's, you know what I mean? Like you gotta hit the ball, you gotta set up to hit the ball, and then you kind of use that little shadow thing there in order to actually pick specifically where you're headed. Wow, that wasn't good. That sucks. Thought I had a pretty clean one on that. Okay, that should be good. Wish I could get an ace going on here. That would be stellar, but no, I think it's just a fun, well-done tennis experience. I don't really have complaints about it. It hits the mark. It's easy to play. I think it's pretty simple for almost any type of, kind of tennis maybe enthusiast or interested tennis individual to jump in and play and not feel like it's too involved. Like the tutorial is also very straightforward because I was like, there's an achievement for it. I'll give it a whirl just to kind of get a feel for what this one's like. Oh, the out. Come on. So like I was saying, grass, clay, hard courts. Each court has different characteristics, different venues. If you do the career, obviously, based on where you go and what you do, you could get different setups going on. So really up to you on how you want to experience the tennis action. But yeah, I don't know, it's pretty straightforward. I would say, like, environmentally, they got some camera things set up. They got some, dude kind of moving his head back and forth, the ref there. Other people just standing around. It is a little creepy how the camera people don't have any movement to them off to the corner, off to the side there, but, it makes sense, I guess. But, yeah, just kind of the environment of tennis, which I would imagine, gaming-wise at this point, is probably pretty easy to do. I mean, it's a small court. You're just kind of going back and forth, but it's still important that occasionally we do get like new tennis games and stuff because it's almost a little bit more rare. I want to say, in the modern era, we don't really get a whole lot of these games, these sporting games. They're becoming a little bit more rare, so it's good that we have a company or two that is actually like keeping that going. If that makes sense, like it's just there's so many sporting games I can think of where I'm like, we have not had, a new kind of like entry or simulation option in like a long, long time. So it's good to get a few more of those kind of coming back because I like the obscure little sporting games. They could be really fun to me. I really do find them neat. I mean, where's the next table tennis? Come on, Rockstar. But yeah, it's tennis here. This is fun. Oh, jeez, yeah, didn't have a chance there. A little bit of crowd stuff. I mean, this map doesn't really show it off well. And like I said, just keep in mind, I know the visuals for, like, the backdrop stuff, like the crowds, isn't, like, mind-blowing, but I think it hits the mark. I think it offers a variety of different ways to play. It doesn't really have too many issues. It's kind of fun to sit here and do this. Oh, it's going to be out. No, that actually counted? Wow. That's a genuinely shocking thing. But it handles well. You get lots of little maneuvers. Yeah, you find a little bit of distance. You feel like you're in a place. That's the main thing. I don't know how much more intensive people are expecting some elements of tennis to be, but for me, it's totally and utterly fine for what this is. This is actually like a pretty grueling kind of thing going on here. He still hit that back? I guess I should have slammed that a little bit harder. There we go. Nice. Yeah, just having a blast here. So I don't really have any other details to kind of showcase. I mean, it's pretty straightforward. You can just watch some more non-commentary kind of gameplay going on if you need to see more of it in action. And we will probably switch up the players as well as the course setup just so that you can see a different dynamic if you need to, because I imagine seeing the same thing over and over isn't totally ideal, but I mean, this is a very competitive match. What can I say? Oh,
And done. He's lost that game. Incredible. That's how you stay focused and win the game. We have match point right here. Amanda Anisimova, extremely powerful from the baseline. Victoria Azarenka is a very... Amazing. That's a win for her. No, that's not enough. The game is over. Yes, that's how you do it. That's exactly the way to win this match.
50 love. 30 on.
A very decisive moment here. Now the chance arises to break.
Deuce. Advantage.
That was it. A really big chance to get the break. Yep, that's precisely the way to do it. That's a win.
Love 13. Love 30.
Oh, she must take advantage of these opportunities now. 3 chances to break here.
15 40. 30 40. Deuce.
It's so important for this match. That's the break.
Love 13. 30 on.